So what this is all leading up to is polynomial division. Like, how are we going to reverse the process? And if you have these boxes figured out, it makes it really, really easy. It's kind of like the puzzle one. We're given part of the puzzle and we need to find the rest. So the first one that we are going to look at here is, what if I gave you 12x cubed minus 17x squared minus 13x minus 2 divided by 4x plus 1. So it's kind of like what two things multiplied together when you think about division here. Let's say we had, what is 27 divided by 3? Well, you guys already know that that's 9. And another way we can think of it is 3 times some number gives us 27. Well, that number is 9. So division and multiplication are related here. So it's kind of like we're given one part of the multiplication problem and we're told the answer. So this part right here is the total on the inside of the box. And this part right here is an outside dimension. So if we set up our box here, what we're going to do is I don't know how long I need to make it, but I know on the outside, I know that this is 4x plus 1. And remembering how those diagonals work. So this first part right here, I'm going to put in this top corner. This is 12x cubed. Well, so 4x times what gives us 12x cubed? Well, I know that that's 3x squared. Okay, so now I can figure out the next piece. 3x squared times 1 is 3x squared. Well, kind of like how we learned our diagonals all match up. So here's 3x squared, and it needs to total negative 17. Well, to get negative 17, this has to be negative 20x squared. So what goes on the top now is negative 5x. Well, now we can keep going. Negative 5x times 1 is negative 5x. Okay, so I'm going to start thinking, oops, did the wrong thing there, sorry, grabbed the wrong highlighter. Our next diagonal, we know has to be negative 13. Well, negative 5 plus what gives us negative 13? That's negative 8x. So 4x times what gives us negative 8x? That's negative 2x. So negative 2 times 1, negative 2. Oh, this is, sorry, this should be just negative 2 right here. So I messed up right here. Whoops, sorry, now my boxes completely went away. So let's go back here. We're trying to make negative 13x, so this has to be negative 8x. So this is just minus 2, because we already have our 4x right there. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. So again, negative 5 and negative 8 is 13. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. And if you look at it, that's all we wanted in our box. So our answer is this other dimension. So 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. So let's take a look at one more here. So let's say we have x cubed plus 7x squared plus 9x minus 8 divided by x plus 2. So again, if I label this is our total on the inside divided by one of our outside dimensions. All right, so I'm going to make our box here. So this is the x plus 2. So our first term, highest power goes right here. So this is x cubed. All right, so this has to be x squared. So x squared times 2 is 2x squared. Well, now we're going to go on down here. So we have 7x squared. So there's our next diagonal is the next power. So 2x squared plus something, our total has to be 7. So this is 5x squared. So this is going to be plus 5x. So 5x times 2, well, that's 10x. So again, let's see our next diagonal here. 9x. So we got to take away 1, so negative 1x. So x times something gives us negative 1x, so that's negative 1. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. And then let's see, our next diagonal, we have to have negative 8. So this would be negative, let's see, 6. But there's nothing you can multiply x by to get negative 6. And if you look at our powers on the top, x squared, x, and number, it's going down in powers. So this last one is our remainder. And the way you'll often see this written, there's two ways. You'll see it written as x squared plus 5x minus 1 with a remainder of negative 6. Or you'll see it as x squared plus 5x minus 1 minus 6, or excuse me, and then you'll have, whoops, I messed up here, minus 1 plus, and then our remainder, negative 6 divided by x plus 2, because then you divide it by our other term over here. It's kind of like if you were to do regular division, if you did negative 1 divided by 4, this is 5 remainder 1, which is the same as 5 and 1/4.